Here we are. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk to you as a young woman with food disorder or an artist?
An artist, no doubt.
Yeah, that's good. Uh, my first question for you, Lene Maria, is why do you carry a camera? Why do you have a camera? Why do you do photography?
It's my big passion in life, and that's what makes me feel real joy.
When did you start?
I got my first camera when I was about 15 years old from my parents, and I always liked to travel, or my parents have taken me around in Europe, and we have visited small nestled village, and it got a natural part of those travels. So instead of visiting the places that most tourists go, I take the other way. Yeah, inside the small villages to find people, old people with stories. When I photograph it, it is a human meeting.
But
Yeah.
could you first tell me a little, just a small, some seconds about your food disorder?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, it's very obvious that I'm not well. I've been sick for many years, but that's not how I want to be identified. I want to be identified as photographer and artist, but I want to use also my story to help other people.
I guess many young women would hide a little, but you are exposing yourself with self-portraits and also self-portraits nude. How is it to see big prints of yourself? Why self-portraits?
Well, I've always taken portraits, that's what I've been doing, but I've taken of other people. And then I started to use myself as a project beside that.
Why?
I don't know why. It wasn't something I did because I had a plan to do it. It was I have this place in Greece where I go every summer, and I visit old houses, left houses, abandoned homes, and when I worked there, I thought it needed a person inside there, and then I started to use myself. And you know, all people, we have a story, and we meet a photo with our own life story. So you don't have to be sick to feel something and to learn something of my self-portraits. That's why that's not portraits of an anorexia girl. It's about human pain. And we all know what human pain is.
Absolutely. When you are approaching, you're also doing a project with simple people in Greece and also refugee children.
Yes.
How do they respond to your look, to your presence? In a way, they will look different to me or the cool reporter, the cool war photographer. They will maybe be scared, but to you, I guess you look like a little bird, and they will try to protect you. So you have a different way of encountering people.
Yeah, I get
it's
more
sort of an
access
advantage.
because I come there with my little camera, and well, I've spent many summers now with the refugees in Greece, especially on Chios, and then I spent a lot of time with them, only speaking with them, and to make them feel safe on me and who I am and how. Yeah, so I heard a lot of stories, and the children they play with my camera, and they they set up in queue and they want photo of me, photo of me.
So but you agree that they respond differently to
Yeah.
you than they would with me.
Yeah.
Is that an advantage?
Yes, of course it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But also I experience, humor is one of my, that's how one of the things that have made me survive all these years with a lot of pain and yeah. And when I work in this old lepra hospital, it was the first lepra hospital that was founded in Greece on Chios. And sometimes people, they go for a promenade or a walk there, and they see me inside of these old houses. And in this summer, came 2 people, and they saw me inside the window, and the lady, she fell down the stairs and screamed, and she ran away to the car again. And my mother and I, we just laughed. And some refugees also, some boys, tough boys, they came, and when they saw me, they screamed and they ran. And I think that's, yeah.
I think it's wonderful that you can
Yeah.
laugh about that.
Yeah.
And I also saw you on film when you met some old ladies, how they, in a way, protect you. And
Yeah.
Could you tell a
They
little
want
about
to
that?
heal me with plants and everything.
So they respond very wonderful to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wouldn't the best thing, because I know that you have great ambitions with your art, you have a great passion, wouldn't the absolutely best thing that could happen to your art that it will bring back your physical normal condition in life? Is that a sort of your aim, your goal?
Yeah, because I found out that if I have to choose between be the world's best photographer, I don't know if that will ever happen, but that's my goal. You have to have, as an artist, you want to be best, you know, and still to be sick. Of course, I choose to be the world's best photographer.
You mean that?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
What inspires you the most?
It's a difficult question.
Yeah, that's the reason I ask you.
That's why I take portraits. It's humans. And their story, the wrinkles, the differences. Yeah, it's fascinating how you can stop a moment with a camera. And even though if I visit the same location or the same old lady, some days later I will never get the same moment again.
No?
That's what the magic is with the camera. I wanted to stop time when I was a little child. That's one reason why I got sick, because I didn't want to grow up. But now I've started to find out that maybe I can stop time with my camera instead.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
When you are traveling, your mother is traveling with you.
Yeah, mostly.
She means a lot to you.
Yeah, she's my assistant.
Guardian angel.
Yeah.
What's you photograph in Greece and you do self-portraits. But what's a normal day the rest of the year? You're not going out with friends. You're sitting at home and working with.
Like a nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hide myself. I like it.
Yeah.
Then I work with. I travel a lot for some period, and then I like to work as an artist and be for myself and use music and to see my material and what I have, and yeah.
You have a beautiful title on an exhibition, Nostalgia. Can you tell a little about that?
Actually, it's a Greek word, and I think it's a good word for a kind of person I am. Many people may think it's a very sad word, but
it's not.
No, because it's also a word that represents hope. You know, when you see my self-portraits, they may look very sad, but from ruins, you can also build up something beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lene Marie, you have a lot of energy while you're working. You can
Yeah.
work for 12 hours a day, and you get hurt, and we would think that when you're not eating, you have not that spirit or that strength, but you have the mental strength. Could you tell me about some of your accidents as well? That you,
Yeah, there are many.
yeah,
You know, the Norwegian word, I know in English, blood, sweat and tears.
yeah.
Well, that's true. I've
You
been at,
climb fences and
they know
into.
me very well at the hospital in Kiels. And it's only about 3 minutes away from the Lefra hospital.
Yeah.
And this summer I fell again because, you know, it's old rooms and the old planks break again. So I fell and I got 3 wounds. Yeah. So.
What happened to you the first time you accessed the abandoned leper hospital? Something happened with you, with these beautiful rooms that 90% maybe thinks it's ugly, but you found it very fascinating.
Yeah, very
You
fascinating.
responded immediately.
Actually, because they have left this Lepra hospital and they didn't take with them the things. So everything is like it used to be there. The old pharmacy, and you can smell the medicines now, so many years later. And even though there is no people there, their souls are there. And this summer I found an old Christmas card from 1950, some years before they closed.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That is stopping time.
Yeah. And that's what timeless, you know, you have used that description of me.
Yeah.
And it's very good because that's how I want my photos to be recognized as timeless.
Yeah. And we talked a lot about Russian art and Eastern Europe. You're very fascinating about that melancholy, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Yeah. And also I played some music for you by a Greek composer, Lene, and you immediately loved it.
Yeah.
And it's in a way very sad, but very, very beautiful. So you are not this sunset woman.
No. And when I work in this room, I just not go there for an hour and then just take some photos, you know, because the magic in a photo is the light. And the light lives its own life, and I only use natural light, so I wait there and I work there for hours, and I kind of live in the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your plan and ambitions for the next years now?
It's to get my photos out to as many people as possible, because I think I can help very many people with both my story and my photographs. Yeah.
In what way?
As I said before, because you don't have to have a diagnosis or be sick to feel something and to learn something of my photographing.
Are you afraid or romanticize your problems? That young women could say you are suddenly...
Actually, I get a little bit annoyed or angry when papers or somebody else ask me, because it's so far away from what my purpose is. So, but I understand why they ask, because it's so obvious that I'm sick. So.
Do you think you will be back to normal condition in 10 years from now?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. I would ask you...
It's because I'm so stubborn.
Sorry?
It's because I'm so stubborn.
Yeah, you are, really. I also have another question for you, and that is, are you doing the thing I recommend you to do? Go back in the winter time
Yes.
in Greece, because the light is even more beautiful, because
Yeah.
it's bad weather. We love bad weather, both of us. And it's cold, and you can get something more out of
Yeah.
when it's, I mean, really horrible weather.
Yeah.
You
That's
agree with me
exciting.
that bad weather is the most beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Yes.
So and then you're going to have a big exhibition in Oslo and maybe also Stockholm, and you're planning a book, aren't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a book project. So it's a lot of work
Yeah.
now.
Could you imagine writing something in the book? Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
I think you write as well.
I'm an artist
Yeah.
in soul, so I like very much to write also.
Yeah.
And music, I use it a lot.
Yeah. In a way, I think when I'm thinking about you, I think about the writer poet Emily Dickinson. She lived alone the whole life, and she said a beautiful sentence: "This, my poetry is a letter to the world that never writes back to me." I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful.
But does the response from the audience means a lot to you, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can see they get touched.
Yeah.
I can see tough men with motorbikes stand before my photos and cry.
Yeah.
And they say it's the first time I cry. And then I think, well, I made it.
Yeah.
You know, when he doesn't have anorexia or something. And then so.
Wonderful. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.